Andy Katz here for the Big Ten Network, and the Big Ten has two teams in the Sweet 16, and it's the two best teams, Purdue and Illinois. And I think there's no question the Big Ten should get at least one to the Final Four, and here's how. Let's deal with number one Purdue. First off, Zach Edey was absolutely dominant this past weekend in Indianapolis. 30-21 against Grambling State, 23-14 against Utah State. He's the reigning National Player of the Year, and he looked the part in that weekend. But it wasn't just him. Braden Smith, Fletcher Loyer, Lance Jones all played well, and Cam Heide had a great performance off the bench. But Trey Kaufman-Renn, he was the difference maker early against Utah State when Purdue was struggling a little bit, and they got over the hurdle of the first weekend in Indianapolis. Great crowd. Boiler fans showed up, but I think there was a little jitters in that first game against Grambling State. They got through Utah State easily, dominating second half performance. So what do they have to do to get to the Final Four? They got to beat Gonzaga, second time this season. They faced them in the Maui Invitational, relocated in Honolulu. Gonzaga's better, and they do match up well, at least with starters. Graham Ike and Anton Watson against Zach Edey and Trey Kaufman-Renn. Can they match up? Sure. I do think the players with the Boilers are better, but they match up well. On the perimeter, they have Nolan Hickman and Ryan Nembhard. Can those two guys handle Fletcher Loyer and Braden Smith? Sure, but they don't have a matchup for Lance Jones or Cam Heide. That's the difference for Purdue. I think overall, the Boilers get past Gonzaga to the Elite Eight, and then either Creighton or Tennessee. I like Purdue getting out of Detroit and getting to the Final Four, their first since 1980. Zach Edey would have a great chance to win the national championship. As for Illinois, they're in a tough bracket. Number one offense efficiency for Illinois against the number one defense efficiency in Iowa State. But again, Illinois will score against Iowa State. They're the better team. I think Iowa State will have a hard time dealing with Illinois' transition. UConn, San Diego State, rematch of the title game. If it's UConn, Illinois certainly can score with UConn. They can go up and down. They can go for 90 or 100. The question is, can they defend them? Can they stop Cam Spencer from making shots? Can Dane Danger handle Donovan Clingan? That would be the question. I would love to see an Elite Eight matchup with UConn and Illinois. I think it would be the best Elite Eight game of any of the four. Can they win in Boston? Yes. It's going to be difficult, but they have a shot. There's no question. So the shot is there for the Big Ten to potentially get two teams in the Final Four.